Fast food chain Wendy says it has no plans to introduce surge pricing for popular menu items at peak items. This follows backlash online and calls to boycott the company yesterday over comments from Wendy's CEO that they're trying out dynamic pricing. The burger chain now says they won't be raising prices when busy. Rather, they plan to introduce digital menu boards that allow them to change offerings at different times of day and provide discounts during slower periods. For more insight into dynamic food pricing, we're joined by Sylvain Charlebois, Director of the Agri-Food Analytics Lab at Dalhousie University. Thanks for joining us, Sylvain. Wendy's now says they will not be surge pricing, instead saying they'll use digital menus to change offerings or give discounts. Do you see this being much different than their original announcement?
Not really. I mean, they're going to do it regardless. What was really strange was that they actually made a public announcement about it yesterday. I think it was a mistake because on the operator side, you can see many pluses. You can better manage your inputs, you can predict demand, you can influence demand, you can staff your stores better because you're influencing demand. And of course, you're reducing food waste as well, which is really something that a lot of operators aspire to do. But on the demand side with consumers, it's hard to see the benefits other than the fact that you may actually get a cheaper burger, but at 11 o'clock at night. And so sometimes such a practice can be seen as discriminatory, really. If you're a 9 to 5 person, the only time you can actually have your burger is at lunch. Well, guess what? Yesterday's news was about the fact that you have to pay more for your burger. And that's certainly not good news.
We see dynamic pricing in Ubers and airline flights now, but is it used in the food and restaurant industries as well?
Oh yeah, it's been around for a while. I mean, even in retail, more and more, and this is kind of that was my message yesterday on X, is that this is just the beginning. We're going to see more of this, regardless of what goes on with public relations. I mean, I think that Wendy's public relations strategy was not very good, but I think we're going to see more of these things. We're going to see more dynamic pricing over time in both retail and service. Why? Because, well, it makes sense. A lot of people are talking about food waste. A lot of people are talking about labor shortages, and it will empower operators to do a better job managing stores, managing services. However, there are drawbacks. Think about March 2020. Empty shelves. Demand went up all of a sudden. Guess what would happen with dynamic pricing? All these products would go up in price while people are trying to remain safe at home and get the food they need for a while. So you can see that depending on circumstances, dynamic pricing can really haunt some companies and bite them really hard.
Thanks so much for your time today, Sylvain.
My pleasure.